Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1972 Consul 231.3 made in Czechoslovakia. Say that 3 times fast. I really love the look of this. Ultra portable, charming looking design. High quality European engineering. Up top are the margins. This is the left margin. I'm just going to put that all the way on the edge, and this is the right one pretty close to the edge as well. And there's a scale right here to see what space you're on, and that's your paper support arm that flips up from the back, which is also the paper bale that sits on top of the page, holds it down nice and tight. Once you hear the bell, you're near the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1.5, or 2 spaces. Right now we have it on 1, which skips 2 half spaces when you have it in the middle. It skips 3 half spaces when you have it on 2. It skips 4 half spaces. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. I believe that's the correct line, but we'll try that. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence on this next line. Beautiful. I really love the feel of this. It's really light and smooth. Beautiful print too. I was surprised at how nice that print looks for an ultra portable. So it's not like a Skywriter, which is very low quality Smith Corona typewriter, and one of the only, during that era, one of the only low quality typewriters that Smith Corona made. But this is a high quality ultra portable. Now it's very streamlined. It doesn't have touch control or a color selector, so you can only use one color ribbon. And it doesn't have a tab, so that's ultra portable streamlined for you. On the right side is the paper release. You flip that forward, it unlocks the rollers underneath the plat, allowing you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Also allows you to straighten the page if you load it crooked. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. Going to flip this down for now. There we go. Shift on each side. This has a carriage shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Backspace on the right side. Very good. Below that is your margin release, which has the arrow go in both directions. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that margin release button. It does allow you to type past that all the way to the end. Very good. The hood just comes all the way up, straight up. It has these 4 prongs that go down into these bushings. Replace the matting on this one. The original was like a foam, and that just breaks apart and gets pieces all over your typewriter. So I removed that, put this new, and it was like a yellow color, so that really matches really good with the blue. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left, so it's pulling clockwise to the right. If you want to switch that direction manually, the side you want it to go to, you just flip the ribbon guide towards the middle. It'll pull to that side, and that's meant to catch the eyelet at the end of the ribbon. You'll pull it, and I think this actually works without an eyelet. It'll pull that anyway. Automatically, so you don't have to go in there and swap it when you reach the end of one side. No touch control, and a lot of all these extra features that a lot of people might not even use. Something goes wrong with it, the whole typewriter goes down for maintenance. So sometimes it's better in the long run, less maintenance over time if you don't use those all the time. Carriage release on the right side only on this model. Very smooth. There's no play in there whatsoever. That's that high quality engineering. It's nice and tight, precise alignment. And if you move the line space selector all the way back to 0, it disables the spacing when you turn the knob, so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You flip it forward to the 1, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is a half a space. And this is actually, this knob on the left side here is a 3D printed knob because the original was broken. And I was able to get that color really close to the original. And this metal piece was from the original, so I just made it so that it fit that metal piece. So this is the original here. You can't even really tell the difference if you don't stare at it. So I have those available as well as the foot mounts. These are the original foot mounts. I didn't replace those, but I have them available for this model. And also this, one of the functions is the page gauge. So I don't know exactly what it's supposed to be, but what I did was I loaded a page right there at the 30 marker. And as you're feeding it through, once you get close to the bottom of the page, you'll get back to that 30 marker, and that's just about 30 spaces left to the end. And that gives you a warning of 15, and then that's the bottom of the page, about 15 more spaces. And that's it. Now available on brooksawantiques.com or eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.